All right, let's begin.
Yes.
Tell me your full name, please.
My name is Seung-chan Han. Yes.
Okay, Seung-chan, are you working or are you a student?
I'm student now, so I prepare to study abroad in other country now.
Okay. And what are you planning to study?
Actually, I want to go in UK. So I want to learn marketing and business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to talk about reading.
Yes.
So, do you like reading?
Yeah, actually I like reading. Yeah, because I want to improve my knowledge and wit and some kind of wisdom. Yeah, so I usually read some books like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
And do you like to read at home or in other places?
I usually read in other places like cafe or study room in Korea. Yeah, because when I read in my home, yeah, just my parents always disturb to me. So yeah, I hate this situation. Yeah, so I always read in outside.
Okay. And are there any places where you think it is difficult to read?
Yeah, as I mentioned, so in home, yeah. So home is a lot of things disturb to me, like bed and my parents and some kind of food. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I hate this situation. So I hate this place. Yeah. So it is difficult for me to read in my home.
And what kind of content do you like to read?
Content. So I usually read like self-development books and autobiography, like Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs and kind of Elon Musk. Yeah, I love Elon Musk, and so I want to be like Elon Musk. Yeah, I think just Elon Musk is really a smart person. Yeah, so I learn about this book and just improve my knowledge, I think. Yes.
Nice. And do you prefer to read paper books or e-books?
I used to read e-book, but it's very uncomfortable for me and inconvenient, I think. Yeah, so because e-book usually just I can't focus on this book, so yeah, I usually read paper book. Yeah, and I like the paper book smell and just something kind of that. Yeah, so I usually read paper books.
Okay. Let's give you a couple more questions about names. Okay.
Names, yeah.
So, is it easy for you to remember other people's names?
Oh, actually, it's very hard to me because, I can't remember the other's name, but I usually remember just other face. Yeah, so suddenly just he's. Yeah, but I can't remember his name. Yeah.
And how do you feel when people can't remember your name?
I think it's very common situation, so I repeat again. Yeah, and so actually, I can't forget easily. So it's very common situation, I think. Yeah, so I feel. I feel not. Yeah, I feel not. So not mind. Yeah.
Perfect. Right, that'll do us for part 1.
Yeah.
There. Nice one, mate. Right, let's go on to part 2. There is your question. There's a pen, buddy. I'm just going to check the time here. I'll give you 1 minute for note taking. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can begin with your note taking.
Yes.
Right, buddy, that's 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, let me just grab that pen back.
Okay.
Cheers. Okay, so part 2 question. Could you describe a dinner that you really enjoyed?
Okay, I will talk about dinner. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I think it was approximately 2 years ago. Yeah, I went to Jeonju, which is Jeonju. Yeah, Jeonju is in Korea, Southern. Yeah, and yeah, I went to Korea traditional building village. Yeah, but my older brother suddenly asked me like, "Do you want to eat a bibimbap?" So I said, "Of course, why not?" Yeah, so because I already knew that Jeonju is the most famous city in Korea, like traditional building and clothes and food. So that's why I said, why not? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my family went to 5 stars bibimbap restaurant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and after I ordered bibimbap and kimchi stew, yeah, I was really delicious. I was over the moon. Yeah, because the restaurant looks so luxurious, but yeah, quite expensive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the step attitude and like action or the service is really good. Mm-hmm. So the servers were very friendly and nice. Mm-hmm. And also kimchi stew was really big size and is so tasty. Mm. And bibimbap was include so many vegetables and use fresh vegetable. And so I was really over the moon. And if I have a chance,
it's 2 minutes now, mate.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. So bibimbap. What is bibimbap? Can you describe that dish for me?
Yeah, it is just Korean traditional food, I think. Yeah, mm-hmm. I'm not sure. It is just for the first time to eat outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so bibimbap includes so many vegetables. Mm-hmm. And like mixed rice and those vegetables, mm-hmm. like pepper stew, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Mm.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Good meal. All right.
Yes.
Let's go on to the third part of the test now.
Oh, right? Yes.
Let's keep going. All right. We're almost there. Okay. So yeah, where do people in your country usually eat?
So there are many food in Korea. So I think the most usually eat, like pork. I think pork and beef. Yeah, because it's the pork and beef restaurant have every side, every corner, mm-hmm. and it is very delicious for me. It is very delicious, and okay. Yeah, and the people can find easily to this restaurant.
Mm. So yeah, you think people eat in restaurants more than eating at home these days?
These days, I'm not sure because we have COVID-19 situation. Yeah, so people usually eat at home because in Korean the development of technology. Mm-hmm. So always just scroll in my cell phone and just search the good menu and just use the application. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after order this menu, but so suddenly just the delivery in front of my door. Mm. Yeah, it's really shocked my situation.
Mm. Okay. So what do you think are the main disadvantages of eating in restaurants?
Eating restaurant is, I don't know, they put in so many MSG and like kind of unhealthy food. So and on fresh food also. Yeah. So yeah, I want to know this kind of ingredient. So made by where or what, and yeah, and kind of that. Yeah, so it is the most problem, I think.
Okay. And do you think, is there any difference between the food older people eat and the food younger people eat?
I think the older people usually have company dinner. So usually like drink with just the drink dishes, I think, like pork and raw fish and so on. But younger people usually eat just very beautiful food. Yeah, so they want to post on Instagram and like something kind of application. Yeah, so search it on Instagram. Yeah, and just take a picture. Yeah, and like pasta and just pasta and very a good Italian restaurant, I think.
All right. Okay. And what kinds of food are good for sharing?
I think the raw fish and chicken and pizza also the sharing is the best choice, I think, because they already cut slice and just share very convenient. Yeah, and I want to eat just steak. At the time, just I always cut and after just share this food. But raw fish and pizza already just cut slice. Yeah, so it is very convenient to share this food.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in your country, is it common for families to eat together these days, or do people generally eat separately?
Yes. So very interesting question. Yeah, so I think these days people usually eat together. Yeah, because as I mentioned, just we have COVID-19 situation. Yeah, so we can't eat outside. Yeah, so we just eat together and make mother and make some people, and after eating together.
Okay. Lewis, finished.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, on to the score, yeah. So, right, I was thinking your score would probably be about a 5.5. Up until part 3 questions, some of them were answered a little bit incorrectly. Okay, so it wasn't on the right topic. So that could possibly bring you down to 5 right today.
Yes.
But I thought part 1 and part 2 were quite comfortable. Yeah. Obviously, there are some issues we need to talk about. So I'm just going to point out a few things that maybe you can improve on. Like one thing, I'm sure you know yourself. There's some pronunciation issues. You know yourself. Like the first topic was reading.
Yes, reading.
There was a few occasions where I was hearing leading, reading. It wasn't quite clear. Okay, the pronunciation.
Yeah.
So the R and the L, like reading or really, things like that. So pronunciation issues, to improve it. It's not easy, but it's just, you gotta practice it. You gotta keep going. Pay attention to like the tongue movement and the position of everything. There are loads of guides online that you can practice with. So let's try and practice that. Sometimes there was a little bit with F and P as well. Focus on things like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And around food, I was hearing pizza should be pizza. Pizza. Yeah. So I know it's the same word, but let's think about the English pronunciation as well when we're doing it. All right. Right. There's grammar errors as well. Grammar was a little bit messy sometimes. Your fluency was quite good, and like you answered all the questions clearly. Like our communication was good, but there's just some errors that are kind of popping up. Like small things like articles. So I heard I'm student now. Let's make sure we pronounce it clearly. I'm a student now. I'm a student now. I prepare to study abroad. So that would be more a present continuous sentence. I'm preparing to study abroad.
Yes.
Let's look at prepositions. You said, I want to go in UK.
In the UK?
So go, after go, you have to say to. I want to go to the UK.
Yeah.
But if you're saying study, I want to study in the UK. I want to study in the UK. I want to go to the UK.
Yes.
Things like that. My parents disturb to me. Just disturb me.
Disturb me.
Disturb me. No preposition there. In home.
At home.
At home. You know yourself. Yeah, right. What else have we got? Yeah. Small things. Right, one expression you use over the moon. You use it a couple of times in part 3.
Yeah.
Or sorry, in part 2, over the moon.
2 times,
I think. Yeah, so obviously repetition is not good of the exact same content. And just this expression, right, over the moon. What does it mean, over the moon?
Just feel really good.
Really good, yeah. But it's more of like it's more of a longer term thing, I would say. Like eating a nice meal, I wouldn't say over the moon for that. Eating a nice meal, yeah, you're happy. It's more of a short term. Over the moon is very extreme levels of happiness. Yeah. You know, like if you pass the IELTS test, I'm over the moon. Got into my dream university, I'm over the moon. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't use it in that case, but like good effort for trying to use it. Yeah. Some vocabulary. You said the bibimbap was really big size. You could use the word portion. Portion. Yeah. They served really big portions. Portion is the food size, the amount. You said, did you say inconvenient? Inconvenient. Maybe I misheard you. I don't know. Yeah. Eating outside and eating out. What's the difference?
Eating outside just in the street and around the river, I think.
Yes.
And eat out just go to visit restaurant.
Yeah, we're going to visit a restaurant. Yeah, so eating out is a better one to talk about that. In part 3, right, the first question I asked you was, where do people in your country usually eat? You started off with, there are many food in Korea, right? Sentences like this, we don't need to include them. You know, I know it is a test, but a natural answer is better. Where do people usually eat? So for this question, I want you to say, people eat in restaurants, fast food restaurants, convenience stores, at home. So the question was where. You kind of went into the type of food. You were saying about pork and beef. So that question wasn't quite answered as we would like it. Yeah. Okay, and I asked you about older people and younger people. What do they eat? You said older people have company dinner. I'd say keep the focus on the food. You know, maybe like older people eat more traditional food and younger people like, so you said pasta or Italian food. Maybe say younger people are more, you could say, adventurous. They like to try foreign food. They like to try exotic cuisine. Maybe this could be better than that, yeah? One time you said the most problem, right? A lot of the questions in part 3 will ask you the problem or advantages or disadvantages. So we can't say the most problem. We'd have to say the biggest problem, the main problem, the main advantage. Okay, so apart from that. So if you tidy up the grammar a little bit, you're getting up there, of course. Yeah, because as I said, your communication was very clear. It was really good. Yeah, so let's tidy up the grammar a little bit and let's look at our pronunciation. I'll give you this. You can look at it yourself. We can talk in more detail afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, but good job. Nice test.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.